Hi. Oh, that darkened it way too much. Hold on. That's better. Had a new dark mode thing that I had to try out. Hey Mia. Looks like you might be on already. There we go. Invite to group. There it is. We are back from dog sitting and not as late as we thought we were probably gonna be, so we're here. Bit of a blur right now. We'll see how much that lasts. We're also starting to think about speedrunning this a little bit more, especially while we're still at the very beginning, since the very beginning is the part of Osatopia that we have seen already personally, and now that we're kind of in the groove of it a little bit, going through it faster, and especially with dungeons, not worrying as much about achievements and stuff like that unless we want to, or not achievements, but normal challenges until we get to the boss, and then doing achievements if we can, but not worrying about challenges really at all. And if we really want those achievements later, coming back and getting them. Any thoughts on that? We're used to generally playing Dofus pretty slowly, but that doesn't work as well for Temporis servers because they're not open for years. So we want to get at least as far, ideally, as the characters we've been playing for years. So we would have to not worry as much about even more of it than we've already been mostly ignoring. Like, not just most of the early quests and stuff, but most of the early everything, you know? So, let's see. Let's do Boostache first, probably. That's way up here. Do we have anything even close to that? Oh, that's not too far. Connie Lake. Okay, cool. Let's get up there. But, like, we wouldn't worry about gear that much unless it's, like, major milestones. Like, we'll want to change gear a little bit when we hit 60, probably. But then after 60, maybe not again until even, like, 80 or 100 or something. When gear options actually change a significant amount. And we can also do that type of thing more off-stream, potentially. Like, we can look at whatever gear drops we got off-stream, or like at the end of the stream, or at the beginning of the next stream, or whatever, but then once we really get into it, not really worrying about that. Unless, again, if we're like specifically farming gear and we're just keeping an eye out for if we get that specific piece we're going for or whatever. You know? Because big gear changes have an impact, obviously, but smaller ones don't have much of an impact. Especially the way that we're playing, and especially in a group. I'm glad to be home again. We underestimate sometimes how much we like this setup that we made for ourselves, even though it's kind of crowded and often at least a little bit of a mess. The amount of stuff that we managed to get within arm's reach of this spot is pretty impressive and pretty useful for the way we exist. You know? Bunch of keys. Alright. I have some points, might as well do. But other than that, let's go. I know there's something specific about this boss, I don't remember. I might have to look it up later. I'm activating random challenges, so I'm not gonna bother to look at that. And if we glance up and see that one of them is like stupid easy and we decide we want to do it, that's fine. But like for instance, we could do elementary right now if we want to. But none of the ones that like slow down the fights a lot. Like zombie is a great example, or statue, or like things that really complicate how we play and slow it down. Those aren't really worth it at this point, except achievements for the boss. And even achievements for the boss are only really worth it if they are like clearly doable for our current level and abilities and everything. Are you a summon? No. Okay. Good. 'Cause I'm not gonna waste moves on summons. I'm also wearing a shawl thing that we made. It's the closest thing I had handy and my arms were cold. So now only the bottom half of my arms are cold. Alright. Not you, but you're fine. Hit. I can't do that twice, forgot. Oh, they're all coming to me. Ooh. There we are. It might also be more interesting to watch this way if we make more progress on typical streams. It might be more fun than if we do like 2 dungeons in a stream, you know? Like, first is a good example of one that would be pretty easy to do this time, but focus might require too much thinking in terms of slowing it down. Hey, silly turtle, welcome. This should be a pretty chill stream, hopefully. That would be our intention, at least. Are you familiar with Dofus? Or would you appreciate a quick rundown of the game? Not at all? Okay. So, this isn't as much how normal Dofus works. This is a temporary server, which they do like a few times a year, I think, generally. That the whole server goes away after like a couple months, but you get a lot of perks and stuff for the normal game based on how far you got in the temporary server. And there will be a special like quirk to how the game works for temporary servers like this. And this one is almost like a Pokemon type theme where you collect different, they call them modsters, they're different like Pokemon basically that fight for you and have different abilities and different elements, and you collect them and work on leveling up. The game generally is... What's the other enemy? Oh, that one. Is like a fantasy RPG turn-based combat adventure type thing. You work on leveling up and stuff. There's a bunch of different dungeons, which is what we're doing right now. There's a bunch of quests, and the core like idea of the game is that there are some specific very powerful dragon eggs that have effects that buff you in combat, that you're working on finding them and like retrieving them from people who stole them a while ago. Who isn't dead? Oh. Yeah, we'll see if we get far enough in the game to actually go for any of those dragon eggs. Those are called Dofuses. I don't know if that's just like a special name for it for the game, or if it's like French for it or something, because this game is made by a like indie company in France. And this is obviously the English version of the game, but there's a lot of puns and stuff in the text things that come up in dialogue with characters. We skip through those pretty fast, especially in Temporis. We are trying to go through it pretty quickly to actually make some good progress while the server exists. But that is the general idea of the game. But there's different like classes of characters that have different strengths and weaknesses, and they, like in the normal game, those characters unlock a bunch of spells specific to that class over time as they level up throughout the game. And for this, instead of getting more spells that are going to be specific to your class over time, there are a few specific class spells that you have just the whole time, and then you collect monsters that you summon to do the fighting for you. And the spells that you specifically have for your class don't do any damage. They only can have other effects, like they might move enemies around or buff your monsters in some way, like they might heal or shield or make them do extra damage or take less damage or all kinds of things like that. My class has some traps that can move enemies and allies around, basically. But then you collect different monsters and you decide which ones you want to have on your lineup. You can bring 6 at a time into a fight. well, you can have 6 available to you for any individual fight. You can only summon 2 at a time, and then if one dies, you can summon another one. But yeah, that's the quick version. That would hurt you more. But yeah, there are a lot of ways to play, especially the main normal version of the game. Because you can go through it pretty quickly and mostly just do like big dungeons and a couple different quest lines, or you can do all the little side quests along the way. There's a lot of like gathering resources type stuff that you can do. Well, no, I can still hit it like that. Cool. Oh. Didn't see that there was still another enemy over there. It's okay, I can reach it. Something that we do a lot on one of our main characters on normal Dofus currently is breeding one of the kinds of mounts that exist in the game that give you extra stats depending on which one it is and stuff. And that's like a lot all on its own. Like there's a lot to how that works. There's a lot of like puzzle type stuff built into it. There's a lot of strategy things, especially when you get further into the game, where like bosses in dungeons will have a really specific mechanic that you have to figure out or look up if you prefer to do it that way, and figure out how to get past that specific boss. There are puzzles to even get into certain areas in the first place. There we go. And as you level up, you get access to different gear and stuff like that, based on what level you are and what element or elements you're using and what other specific things that you're focusing on. Like if you want to do a lot of pushback damage, or if you're really focused on like critting and crit damage, or if you're in more of a support role for your party or things like that. You can decide what other specific things you're looking for, like if you're really focused on buffing your own health and you want a lot of health from your gear, or if you're mostly focused on just doing more damage, or all kinds of things. Let's see, let's bring you... and you can sit over there because you've got a lot of range. I guess I'm bringing a lot of these same 2 specific ones, but that's okay. But this is the main game that we are doing while the temporary server is still open, and it just started like a week or 2 ago. So, yeah.
Hello there.
Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. One of the things we like a lot about Dofus, and part of why we got into it in the first place, is that we were able to try it out for free, essentially, to figure out if we were going to like playing it or not before getting the subscription for it. Because the whole like starting area of the game is free to play. I don't think the temporary servers work that way. I think you have to pay to have access to the temporary server at all. But it is really nice for anyone who, especially if you haven't played this style of game at all, like we hadn't, and we had no idea if we were gonna like it or not. It was really nice to get a feel for it first and figure that out. And now, we're also, I can't reach, we're also able to pay for our subscription with the in-game money that we make from the mount breeding that we talked about earlier. So that's nice too. Because there's a trading thing built into the game where you can trade the in-game currency for like a separate game-related currency which you can use to buy a subscription, so we don't have to pay for the game anymore because we make enough in-game money. Which is very nice because we can't really pay for games right now. So that type of thing lets us do it. And also makes us like not feel as bad about like suggesting it to people. Because people who want to try it don't have to spend any money to try it, and if they end up not liking it, our recommendation didn't cost them any money, you know? Is this the boss? Yes. Okay. What are the boss achievements? 'Cause that's the only thing that I actually care about on this now. Boostache is somewhere. Batofu, Boostache, okay. Osatopia is never finish next to each other, which I think only counts for us and not our monsters. We have to kill him last. Duo, obviously, and special for him. I think that's his summons. Oh, I think I just remembered what his deal is. Because Ellipse, I don't know if you've ever done any of these dungeons before. Because this should be the same as normal Dofus, and I'm pretty sure I'm remembering this right. I think this boss is the one who summons back like zombie versions of the enemies that we kill. But they don't look like summons in the normal way. Like, you know how summons normally are like the smaller box under whatever enemy summoned them? I don't think it shows up looking that way. They just have like a slightly different look to their character design, like a zombie version of it. So we have to kind of remember which ones we killed already and not kill them twice, but we have to kill each of them once before we can kill the boss. If we're going to do all of these. They're all doable, it's annoying, and we just have to kind of keep track. So if we can keep track of who we killed, or if we can like pay close enough attention to what they look like. Because I think there's a difference in how they look, but I think it's subtle enough that we have missed it before. So, yeah. But the boss brings them back as like an undead version or whatever. And one of the challenges is to not kill those. Because I'm pretty sure that's what that is. The Ashy Magari or whatever. Which is what reminded me of what this boss does. I don't think there's anything else specific. Like, there are some bosses where, like, if you stand immediately next to them, they can just one-shot kill you no matter what, or they can one-shot summons if summons get too close, or don't let them push you or you won't be able to do any damage for a few turns, or like there's some that get more complicated. Especially eventually there are some that get really complicated that like you have to push them onto a specific square on the map before you can hurt them at all. And some of them get complicated. Yes, I think our monsters can stand next to each other or next to us, but I don't think the two of our characters specifically can stand next to each other because it said allied fighters, not allies. So yeah, it's that. We don't stand next to each other, kill the boss last, and don't kill any of the other ones twice. But it's hard because they already kind of look like zombies because this is the haunted house dungeon. So we should probably just like pick one and go for it together to help keep track. So let's do the skull first, I guess. And we can hit the boss, we just can't kill him until everyone else has died once. So if we have to hit him to get him out of our way or anything, that's fine. Okay. Okay, and this one is mostly, but not quite entirely, air, so I'm gonna do that. I can still hit you, which is good. And then I'm gonna get out of the way a little bit, and my turn. Hit you pretty hard, but not quite kill you, unfortunately, and then I will also get out of the way. Because unless something heals it, I think you will probably kill it on your turn. I'm glad we remembered that thing about this boss. We are not always great at remembering the specifics of the different bosses. I was just about to say it's gonna be hard to hit him, but no, it's not. I have the perfect thing for getting around that kind of line of sight issue. Almost ad time, but it might be perfect where we'll finish this. Man, I couldn't quite kill it. Where we'll finish this entire dungeon right before the ad. And then the ad can run while we run to the next dungeon. Oh, did something just steal move points? Yeah, so we just have Cape Guy left. The vampire. And the boss, obviously, after that. Cool. Oh. You take that better. And my bird can hit through the wall, so that's perfect. Yeah, that something is making people unmovable, which is annoying. Oh, I missed you noticing our puppy. Yes, that is Charlie Cam. Who are we hitting? I forgot. That guy. I can't actually get to him. Okay, that's fine. I can over here. We're hitting the vampire. Dead. I cannot even kind of reach the boss, but we can start working on him now. Oh, the Ashimagari are his little summons, so maybe we could have killed the other things the whole time. Maybe I was wrong about that. But we don't need to either way. They'll die now when the boss dies. So. Yeah, our puppy is pretty tired. We just got back from dog sitting from some of our family. Like half an hour ago or something, like right before we started the stream. I guess longer than half an hour ago. But okay, I can hit that for sure either way as long as I don't kill it. So that's fine. Sure doesn't take very much air damage though. I hope something kills my bird so I can summon something that'll hurt it more. Oh, thanks. It killed my bird. So Charlie's probably pretty sleepy from that. It's always a little stressful on her when routines change a lot like that. But it was also a lot of excitement because she knows both of the family dogs that we were dog sitting for because we lived with them for a while since we got, well, an ad started. Oops. Oh, I didn't summon anything. What am I doing? I forgot. Summon something. Something that does water. Ideally a lot of it. I can't kill it, but I can hit it. As long as it doesn't die. Yeah, we're still fine. It's not doing much, so it might not be worth it, but still. Sounds like interesting ads. So you didn't miss much of the fight, so it was fine. We just remembered to summon something this time. Okay, I want to do the thing that hits you harder if possible. And then also do this. And then That is still not hitting you very hard, but it's fine. But I can't get out of there without killing things I'm not supposed to kill. Did it kill my toad? No, my toad's alive. It's right there. Killed my other thing. Good. Thanks. That helps. I should summon my healer. He doesn't take much neutral damage, but he takes some, so it'll work. But I should start actively trying to keep my toad alive, probably. So if I can put it there. And then... Can I? No. Okay, well then, I'll heal you. I'll heal myself, I guess. No, I don't need to heal myself. Never mind. I don't think I can heal anything else. I can heal the toad again. That works. No, I don't want to hit the vamp. Did it wrong. I can't hit him at all? Is there somebody else in the way? What did I do? What? I don't know what happened. I got really confused. I need to turn creature mode on. You have something in the way. That's why. I didn't walk to a good spot. Okay. Okay. I think I can see what I'm doing a little better now. Oh! Did you finish them off? Nice! I don't even need to see what I'm doing then. And we got all of it. Awesome. And my game always briefly considers crashing whenever I finish a dungeon and level up a bunch. So let's go do Batofu and then turn in both dungeons, even though they're in different places, unless we have to go right past Belina Thumb. Nice, because he kept poisoning him. Awesome. Where's Batofu? I don't remember. It's down here somewhere. Oh yeah, that's the really convenient one. But I'm already in my Haven bag, I don't need... Okay. Portal, Gobble Corner, one of like 6 zaps I've unlocked. I always forget that the dungeon's in here. Is it down, probably? Yeah, and we're doing the bat one. Do you want to teleport, or do you think you can find it 1 square above that zap? Or if you don't have that zap, that would be understandable also. There's people appearing on top of me, and I can't see what's happening. I guess this doesn't hurt to teleport you either way. You got it? Cool. As soon as I click it, I see that come through. I think this turned out pretty decent for kind of our first try at anything like that. We technically remade it twice until we were happy with it, but other than that, it was our first try. Does that count as a first try? Okay. Make sure to go into the bat one and not the other one. Bunch of keys. The one with the bat symbol above it. Because we're doing bat tofu, not golden tofu or something. I think is what the other one's called. Get my points in there again. Ready? Sweet. Let's go. I don't need creature mode now, but thank you. Elitist isn't that bad if we want to do that. If it's not too annoying to get to it initially. Oh, if you haven't fought many Tofus yet, I will let you know that Tofus in general tend to have a ludicrous amount of movement points and have a tendency to be able to run to the other side of the map for fun. Like, that's how far that thing can run. That one almost covers the whole board. So, the average enemy does not have that many. I feel like these are also... Oh, that one is weak to agility. I was about to say I feel like they're more likely to be strong to agility, but I'm wrong. It is that one. Cool, I'm right. Die. Die. Oh yeah, were there a type of tofu in the last one? I wasn't paying that much attention. I don't think we got a ton of sleep. I know we got up earlier than we have been, which hopefully will help us fix our sleep schedule a little more. Because we don't like sleeping until 12 to 3 p.m. But we got up at like 10:30 today. So that was nice. You're weak to agility too. That's nice. If I do this, I can hit both of you. For fun. I looked over right in time to see Charlie do a cute thing in her sleep. I think she's dreaming. She's snoring for sure. She's being cute. Where's the enemy? Are they invisible? That one's not invisible. Oh, it's over here. Can I reach it? Rude. Oh, you stole my MP. It's fucking rude. Midterms, gross. I'm sorry. That sucks. Obviously, feel free to prioritize sleep and or midterms over this stream if you want or need to at any point. We could play on our own or wrap it up early or whatever, very easily. Even if we wanted to wait to do more dungeons with you, there's a bunch of other stuff we can do, obviously. So, please don't feel bad if you want to do that. And I'm gonna get out of my own way a little. Oh, you I can hit with this. Nice. missed your messages again somehow, silly turtle. I don't know how like my eyes just skipped them for some reason. We have a fun routine of our sleep schedule getting way, way, way off. Can we cheat this one or do we have to actually watch? Cool, if you just click on the door you won't fall through any holes, it's fine. Some of those you actually have to watch and do intentionally, but that one is not. Our sleep schedule has a fun cycle of getting way, way, way off until we have to like really intentionally, aggressively fix it. And it can get off very quickly for some reason. Where we'll just have one bad night or whatever and our sleep schedule will be pushed back by like 6 hours. It's ridiculous. And then we'll spend like a couple months fixing it and then it'll be fixed for a little bit and then just get ruined again. It's not the furthest off it's ever been by any means. We have been fully nocturnal multiple times before, but it makes a bunch of things harder, like appointments and anything else that needs to happen during, you know, business hours. So, but we don't like it, like we don't want to be nocturnal. You're a summon, so I don't care. Oh, cool. I can't do that again. I didn't think I used that one. But I don't know if our, like, brain and, like, sleep chemicals and stuff just, like, naturally resets to be a lot later. Or if it's more so that, like, symptoms of various things delay our sleep regularly. Like, we'll have a bad insomnia night or a bad nightmare night, or we'll be having flashbacks that make us not want to go to bed type night, or we just get really into whatever thing we're doing late that night and we don't want to stop doing it, and so we end up staying up later than we had planned to, or whatever. Like, if those things just combine to make us end up much like, if that just pushes the sleep schedule back, because we do feel better when our sleep schedule is where we want it to be. Like, we feel better bare minimum when we wake up and the sun's still out. Like, we definitely notice higher, like, depressive symptoms and stuff like that if it's dark out very, very early on in our day, especially if it's dark out by the time we get up. We don't like that. We don't do well with that. We don't get as much stuff done. We feel worse, like all that stuff. And I know there's some extent to which we just, like, feel like we already failed at something that day if we get up too late in the day. You know what I mean? I don't need to hit you that hard, you're almost dead. But that might be more of a mentality thing having to do with your summon. I can't. There's something right in front of me, that's why I can't hit past that. What am I doing? But like that might have more to do with our, like, expectation or societal expectation or whatever to be up before then, where we've just, like, internalized that we've already done something bad that day if we didn't get up before a certain time. And then the way our brain works just spirals that, where we're like, well, the day's already fucked, so nothing could possibly fix it, so might as well just, like, watch TV all day, I guess. And, like, that might have less to do with the sleeping related stuff directly and more to do with just, like, separately how we think. I just blocked myself from walking over there. Oh well. I can hit that one. I made it use more MP, so there's that. Yeah, Mia, I wonder sometimes if it weren't for, like, the society side of things, if we would function better at night, if we would just naturally, like, reset to that and then feel better like that if it didn't fuck up so many other things. That is still a summon. But I know for a fact that we have a lot of things that get in the way of sleeping, which has the effect of pushing our sleep schedule back. Because if we have a bad night, or especially a few bad nights in a row, where we are avoiding going to bed, or not sleeping well, or whatever, oh, we have to wait for another group to spawn. Oh, they're in the corner. This isn't the boss yet, right? I don't think so. Yeah, this is just the 4th room, it shouldn't be. Okay. So yeah, the fact that we know that there are, like, symptoms of our various disabilities that delay our sleep schedule regularly, that makes us, like, lean toward the theory that we would consistently do better on a more typical sleep schedule, but that everything gets in the way of that. But it's possible that we'll end up finding out that we're wrong about that. You, and let's do you this time. Oh, you take way more of that. That's good to know. I can't actually see you, apparently. I'm gonna block my line of sight, because that never causes any problems. Yeah, I do think it would generally be easier if a lot of the societal issues side of that problem weren't a problem, or at least weren't as much of a problem. And it might make it easier to get our sleep schedule back to where we want it to be, if that were the case. Because it wouldn't be as, like, devastating to our overall quality of life, which could improve our mental health enough to function better, which would include more easily fixing our sleep schedule, probably. We're apparently accidentally doing focus. Cool. Focus is usually pretty hard on these things because they'll be close by and then they'll run to the other side of the map. And then if there's a different one that's already close by, it's a lot easier to just hit that one. Misanthropy does include monsters? Huh. I feel like that keeps going back and forth on which way that works. Because I could have sworn it started out that way and then there was an update and then it wasn't working that way, but there's been another update now, so maybe it's just doing it again. Which would be interesting. I wasn't actually watching if that was the one that you hit. But it seems to have been that, or you didn't hit anything. But I'm not paying super close attention. Bye. Uh-oh. I started dissociating for some reason. There's no way I can reach that, right? Not even kinda. This, maybe. This, yes. Oh. There's that thing over there that I didn't look at all. Oops. I could have hit that, probably. I think the color of it might be too close to the color of the, like, ground tiles. But my brain was just like, there's nothing else. That thing blends in. Can I still not reach you? Okay. That's pretty rude. And I blocked my line of sight again. Fun. What's my disco thing? Pause break button. Cool. It only blocks the bottom of my face. Does that reach? No. One away again. Sure. Why not? I'm gonna kill that thing for fun. Mia, if you have stuff on your character that boosts range, that might help some of your monsters if you're able to reach them to give them more range. I feel like I remember that being something that your character does. I can also try to make it walk into that, which would, or have one of us walk into it, which would pull it closer if it steps here or somewhere in between there. I didn't get close enough. That should give me line of sight. If I hit something else first, I can reach. I hit it once. It affects enemies range only. Rude. Okay, I think I had the thing up for long enough because it blocks my face a little. If I lean forward from concentrating or whatever. Some of my grounding stuff is still packed in my suitcase. That's really smart of me. Oh, that's me. Does that use all my MP? Yes, so then I would be in the way, so I guess I'm not doing that. Make sure I'm out of my own way. It probably can't teleport if we can trap it in a corner. And it's doing most of that work for us. If we can get over there. It only takes 2 characters to trap it in a corner. 3 to trap it on a wall. Unless it can teleport. Cool, that doesn't need line of sight. That's nice. I can't quite track him yet. Oh, it's okay, because I killed you anyway. We did focus somehow. Okay. Is this the boss? I don't think so. No, it'll be the bat one. Okay, so there's extra rooms to this one, apparently. Thank you. I like the pictures we have for those too. I don't think I even asked at any point yet if you were familiar with DID stuff. But now it sounds like you are at least a little bit, because you said altars. I'm not gonna bother with elitist. Because I would waste at least a turn trying to get over there. Air. Okay. Do that so I have options later, and this hits the hardest for air. Cool. We talk about it generally a lot more on our YouTube channel than we do here, because this is more gaming focused, but we don't mind talking about it here either when questions come up or whatever. And it's obviously not like we're hiding it here, but this is more of a casual, still being ourselves and being open about it, but more casually about the gaming part of it, if that makes sense. Might reach? Nope, one off. Actually, that should help. Reducing their range forces them to get closer to us, and if they have to use a lot of their MP to get close to us, then they can't get very far away afterward. So that should help. But that's also part of why in these types of fights, when the enemies have stupid amounts of MP, it can actually help more, like if they're far away. I thought that was gonna reach. Dang it. If they're far away, it can sometimes help more to run away from them than to run towards them, so that they have to use all of their MP running to you to be able to hit you. Oh, it makes them visible too? That's awesome. I kind of regret what class we chose, honestly. I think it'll be very useful for some specific things later on. But it's not as, like, well-rounded, practical for stuff. Because it's basically only movement. Oh, cool. I'm glad you checked out our YouTube, too. I don't have any MP. That's rude. Does that shield me even if I don't hit anything? No. Okay. Rude. We're not crashing as hard so far as I worried we might. After not being home and stuff. Nice. Hit that at least. Oh, that's not a summon, that's a real enemy. Well, I'm close to it. I can hit it some. You might be able to reach with that. No? Okay. It's hard for me to eyeball sometimes. I feel like we say that a lot, and it's probably a lot of the times where it ends up being like one off. Yeah, one away. Sounds about right. Yeah, so am I. It's okay, you take more chance damage anyway. Well, oh, you poisoned it. Sweet. Died anyway. This seems like it'll be the boss. So let's look at the achievements for this boss. No, no. Smith, no. Wait, did I miss it? I must have missed it. Batofu, right there. Okay, statue. Gross. What's this one? Okay. So we can't hit something unless we're in a straight line with it. Diagonal wouldn't count for that. Duo, like normal. Versatile, I don't think is supposed to count for monsters. so it's not as bad as it would otherwise be. But we can't use the same spell twice in the same turn. If that counts for monsters too, that'll be more annoying. Statue is the one that's gonna suck because they have ridiculous NP, and if we can't move, and especially if we also have to hit them only in a straight line, we have to just hope that they run up to us and stand in a straight line, basically. We can move technically, but we have to end our turn in the same spot that we started our turn. So we can't move too far away that we can't move back, and when we're on the last one, we can't kill it on any square other than the one we started on. So if we would have to walk to hit it, we can't. Is this only hurt them, or... Okay. Yeah. I was hoping for a second that it was only that we had to be in line to kill them, but no. Every time we hit them, we have to be in line. I think it's extremely possible that we are going to find it not reasonable under these circumstances to do both statue and keep them in line. That at best we can pick one of them and accomplish that. And that maybe after we have duo, we can come back and get one of those other ones with at least one other person, because that would also help. Because then even if we aren't moving around, we can cover more of the map. I wonder if statue applies to monsters. Because if it doesn't, that's way, 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 way easier. We should test that theory. It says allied fighters. The special one, keep them in line, I think almost certainly applies. Oh, there's an ad. Crap. I'm hoping 2 of those don't apply to our monsters, and that will make it so much easier. So let's find out, I guess. Okay. So I'm gonna want range for sure. And I'm optimistically hoping that statue doesn't count. So let's find out. Cool. The statue achievement is fine. I technically didn't test versatile yet. Is that all my MP? No, I will be able to get back out of there. Good. I'm testing versatile. Okay, we're good. So being in a straight line matters for the monsters, but nothing else. Which is excellent news. I'm gonna repeat that since there was an ad going that whole time. I tested statue and versatile to find out if we need to do them for monsters too, and we don't. So our 2 characters have to stay in the same spot and not use the same spell twice in the same turn, but our monsters don't have to worry about that, only about being in a straight line with enemies when we hit them. So that's going to make it quite a bit easier. Although they are still gonna, like, be invisible and stuff sometimes, which is still annoying. I can't hit anything. Probably. so that's fine. If making them visible doesn't do any damage to them, that shouldn't be a problem, as long as you don't use the spell twice in the same turn. Should have probably gone for that one, but I didn't. Is there an enemy right there? Just a summon. But it's still probably worth hitting it if I can't do anything else. Okay, cool. So you shouldn't have to worry about that then. Okay, no worries. Thanks for hanging out for a bit, silly turtles. Or, it's not plural. Silly turtle. There we go. You are. Can I reach you? Yeah. Cool. Better, I can kill you. That thing's healing. That sucks. Is my toad gone? Oh! I did not see that. Okay, summon something. Ideally something with decent range. Actually, if I go right up behind him, I can hit you. Yeah, you I'm definitely gonna focus over here. And then hope I don't die quite yet. Rude! Stop healing the boss! You did kill me. Okay. So I gotta remember I need to summon another thing. I need to summon something. Okay. Summon something that heals is what I need. And even though you probably don't need much, I am gonna heal you because that will give you more MP next. Or right away, actually. Which I want. Man. Actually, I am gonna go for you first. Because you need to stop healing stuff. And especially if I had hit the boss when the healing tofu was right next to it, it wouldn't have mattered because it would have just healed it right away. I can't get in a straight line with anything, so that's fine. Go here. Heal whatever needs the most heals. You probably need some heals too, it's fine. And then you will both get more from being next to me, or not, if you don't need it. I'm close enough to hit you, but you should be hit by water if possible, and I might be blocking you now. Although you should have 3 MP, hopefully. Yeah, you can walk around me. Well, now you might not be able to. I don't know how good the range is on that thing. But you could hit the boss. Which hopefully wouldn't get healed anymore. Can you reach? Maybe? Maybe not? Nice. Okay, I don't need to worry about hitting you. You have decent stuff against this too. And it doesn't hit very hard anyway, but it's better than nothing. Man. Neither of them take much agility damage. But that's what I have, so whatever. Rude thing. Ran all the way away. I really needed to have kept my toad alive. I didn't realize how much agility defense I had. You don't need any more heals. Okay. There's no way that would reach, right? Nope. Figures. Nice, it had to come all the way back over here so then it couldn't run away. Man, that does basically nothing. But it's still... I can't go very far, so... I ideally need to get over by your chance thing. To work on healing it. Especially now, jeez. Well, never mind. Do you have any chance ones you haven't used yet? I don't think I've used this one yet, which does some chance. Nice, you still have a toad. Good. Let's get over here. That needs line of sight. I did not remember that correctly. I guess let's still work on keeping you alive. I kind of needed mine to die, so if it dies, yeah, that actually works out. Yeah, because I still have this one and I need to summon that. And then keep that alive. Which should be much easier, to be fair. Can you jump to it? No? Okay. Okay. Summon this thing. Get it up next to the healer, and then hit this mostly to shield. I can't get next to something. I can walk up so that that'll heal. I'm not gonna block my own line of sight, I don't think. But I'll stand closer to your toad for this turn. Although I don't think it end of turn heal. Oh, I think I have to hit with the other thing for the end of turn heal. Oh well. I wonder how many turns we've done if we're gonna lose duo. Trying to do all these. The boss doesn't move before my turn, so I should be able to hit him. Which is excellent news. It's been 13 turns? Okay, so we're still doing okay. Good. Might as well hit you. And then walk back over here, but I'm not close enough to heal, I don't think, so it doesn't matter. Oh! They killed my healer. Okay. This heals too, and this heals itself and shields itself, so I think I'm still fine. Hopefully. But I should have had a healer out from the beginning, and I wasn't thinking about that. You still have 2. Your health on both of them is pretty good. Okay, summon this. Make sure I use it correctly. This is a heal. Which I don't need. Oh, that's a good thing that I can just put somewhere. If an enemy stands on that, they will do less damage, and if we stand on it, we will do more agility damage. Nice. They should do less agility now. Ooh, you might have that one. And I should be able to get the boss pretty low, I think. I still don't need any heals, okay? It avoided the trap, but that's fine. The trap wouldn't have hurt it all that much. Can you reach it? It's pretty low. Or are you gonna be one away? You need any healing now? No? Okay. But I can't get over there. Rude. Run to me. Stay over here. Thank you. Okay. You should be able to hit it probably with both. And I should be able to also hit it. And it should die. Hit through it. Yeah, yes, yes. We got all of them. I'm so happy. I reached level 50. Yeah. That's a lot. Sweet. Is there anything special in here? I feel like there's something I'm supposed to do. Maybe not. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Bye. I want whatever reward I just got. Accelerating scroll. Nice. Gives me more stuff. Can you open that, please? Thank you. After all my big talk of getting through more than 2 dungeons, I might actually wrap it up pretty soon. I think we need to eat and shouldn't push ourselves too hard today. But I will go turn in both of these. You need to go eat too. Yeah, sounds about right. I'm gonna see how much we level up after we turn in both of these. And get a preview of what the next dungeons will be. But that was fun, and I'm glad we managed to not have to cancel today, and we weren't as late as we first anticipated we would probably be. So that was nice. And then maybe we'll manage to work on something else, like filming or editing something tonight. Oh, of course. You're gonna hand me off to Jumbo Mumbo. Well, I'll talk to Belina and see if she is also sending me to somebody else. Jumbo Mumbo might technically be slightly more convenient than the Keymaster anyway, so not a big deal. I don't think they make any of the characters who give you dungeon quests, I don't think they make any of them like hard to find, like the main quest lines at least, because that would be annoying. At least at first. I don't remember any of them being hard to find. Quaqua, okay. So I know about Quaqua. Let's go grab Jumbo Mumbo in Machna Village and see what the other one is. I bet it's another one that's in that same area. There's a bunch of dungeons all clustered together in the Crackler Mountain area. And Quaqua is, I'm like 90% sure Quaqua is one of them. So maybe we timed it well where they'll both be right next to each other for next time. Hello, I accept. Scarbugly? That might not be. Yeah, this one's right here. Scarbugly might be down here. Yeah. Oh well. That's fine. The Scarbugly might end up helping us finish that other quest we picked up down here, though. This one. Because I think those will drop from the ones in the dungeon. So we might end up doing that at the same time, which would be nice. But yeah, we're gonna head off, and we plan to stream as scheduled tomorrow, if all goes according to plan, and then Thursday, if we manage to get a video together by then, it will be a video. I expect it's more likely this week to be a YouTube stream, but we will see. Maybe we'll end up filming something tonight or tomorrow and getting it ready in time. But it should be one of those two things on Thursday if we are able to do that. So yeah. Hopefully see you tomorrow for more Osatopia and all that stuff. And thanks for hanging out and playing with us. And we will see you again soon. Bye.